Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside the Clinch. Today we have the pleasure of being joined by one of Long Island's hottest MMA prospects, coming in at 5-0, fighting out of Serra-Longo. Here is Kid Marvelous, Justin Montalvo.
Yo, what up, guys?
How you doing, bro? Glad to have you on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
So we're about 10 days removed from a TKO win over Corey Samuels. This is your second fight in Bellator, and you got the job done in under 3 minutes. How are you feeling after such a great performance?
Feeling good, man. Good energy at the gym. Glad to be healthy enough to just get back into training with my buddies and keep getting better every day.
So Samuel started off the fight with some powerful leg kicks. Did you feel those adding up in the beginning of the fight, and did it change your game plan at all in the first minutes of the fight?
Well, I knew he was fast and explosive because he knocked someone out in like 10 seconds for that. So I know, I was like, all right, he's probably gonna be fast. He's probably gonna try to kill me for like a few minutes. So once he kicked me, I was pretty surprised. Like, it was some pretty heavy leg kicks, but I was like, all right. So he's kicking me hard. He got me with one. It didn't really hurt, but it just, my leg kind of just moved a lot. He had force behind it, so I was like, all right. So I just thought not to let that happen again. I just started checking, getting out the way.
So I felt like the pace of the fight started to change once you started landing those huge body punches. They were just sinking into his ribs. Would you agree that's when things started to turn into your favor?
Yeah. I knew he was a fast starter, so I let him just throw his load out there. Like, I just let him throw everything at me because I knew that he was gonna try and kill me, and I'm like, once he finds out that he can't kill me, then I'm gonna be in his face. I'm gonna back him up, and then I'll kill him.
Those body shots they looked heavy, man. And I've seen you use them in some of your other fights too. I think it's a great weapon you have in your arsenal. Definitely looks like it slows down your opponent.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you were talking to Big John after the fight, you screamed out, "I'm the best. Me, don't doubt me. Bet on me." You sound eager to get back in there as soon as you can. So who do you want next?
I don't call anyone out. Like, whoever they give me, I just take.
All right. So, all right, let's talk a little about your support team. You got some great people around you. You got great fighters out of Serra-Longo, but even closer to home, you and your father, Nestor, seem to have a great relationship. You chose a career path that a lot of parents wouldn't support and choose for their kids. So can you share how your father has supported you through your MMA journey so far?
Yeah. So it all started like the end of middle school. I like wanted to do jiu-jitsu. It was weird, and then when I finally got into the gym, I was like, this is it. This is what I love to do. And so I was just at like dinner with the family, and I was just like, tell everyone gather around. I want to be a fighter. That's what I want to do. Because, families always ask you, what are you going to do? What do you want to do? Blah, blah, blah. College, blah, 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 blah. I was like, nah, fuck college. I'm going to be a fighter. That's what I want to do. I want to be a champ of the world.
Wow, so you
And
told him just like that.
yeah, my brother was like, oh, that's what you say now until you get hit. I'm like, I'm not afraid to get hit. What are you talking about? And then everyone was talking, doubting, or saying what they want to say. And then my dad was just sitting there quiet, just looking at me like he's like, all right, I'll help you out. Let's see how you like it. So I'm training every day. I fell in love with it. And then I had my first ever kickboxing fight. And he's like, well, how did you feel?
What age was your first fight? What age was your first kickboxing fight?
I was 16.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I came over to him and I was like, yeah, I loved it. I mean, I know I lost, but everyone loved the fight. And I was like, I want to keep going. I don't want to stop now. And that's where the journey all started. And he's helped me ever since, taking me to school, taking me to the gym, helped me get my license. And now I could drive myself to the gym.
That's awesome. He actually reached out as soon as we announced that we were having you on the show. He reached out first thing and he's like, where can I tune in? Where can I find it? So we're definitely going to send it over to him as soon as it's ready. I know he's eager to hear it.
Nice. Yeah, he loves all this stuff.
So you had two other teammates that fought on the same night you did, but unfortunately they didn't get the same outcome. I wanted to ask how Aviv is doing and how his leg is. I know he had really bad injuries after the fight, so just was wondering how he's doing.
I actually heard from his buddy Shalev. I think that he doesn't have like a MCL or ACL thing. I think his leg is just kind of just beat up really badly. And I think he's all right. He's just resting his body.
Is there surgery required? Do you know?
I don't think so.
All right. So hopefully he recovers sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Great.
So Justin, can you tell us how you got your nickname, Kid Marvelous?
Yeah. So it's weird. There's like stages to my nickname. It didn't just happen in one piece. So I don't know if you know. Do you know Luke Kumo? You know who it is?
The name sounds familiar, but
He
not
fought
100%
the
sure.
Ultimate Fighter, and he was like that really weird guy in the Ultimate Fighter that like everybody was like, "What the fuck?" But when I first came to the gym, he was there, and he was teaching. I'm doing like leg drops or I'm doing an exercise. He just comes over to me, really weird. He's like, "You're the kid number part two." He's like, "You're the kid number two or something like that," because he called me number two because like right when I joined the gym, there was another guy named Justin, and they called him the kid. So then when I came to the gym, he was left. So he's like, "You're the kid number two." And I'm like, "No, I don't like the number two, but I like the kid." So I rolled with the kid for a while, and I started adding stuff onto it. I was like joking around, like trying to like because it was like my Instagram handle, so I would add things to the kid to be cool and to sound cool, and I'll be like, "Kid, what was it? Kid Dynamite is what I kind of liked." That was like Mike Tyson's thing. I love Mike Tyson. I was like, "Kid Dynamite." I was like, "Eh." And this is a funny one. This is kind of embarrassing because it sounds so silly. I did Kid LaFleur for a little bit. I think for one fight it was like Kid LaFleur. And I think Al was like, "What the hell is that? That sounds stupid." So so then I'm like, all right, whatever. So I just left the kid. And this other guy in our gym, Raekwon, he was a cool ass dude. Um, he used to always come up to me and he would just go, "Marvelous, marvelous." He would say marvelous all the time. I'm like, and I kind of stuck with it. I was like, all right, marvelous. So then I just put kid marvelous together, and that just stuck. And now everyone likes that one. So
Is that the final stage, or you think you're going to change it up maybe a few months or a year or so?
people say they're like, "Oh, you're not a kid no more. You should just be a man." And I'm like, no. If anything, I would go just marvelous or Mr. Marvelous.
I think that has a nice ring to it. Yeah, I definitely think Kid Marvelous is a dope name. It rolls good on the tongue and definitely gives you a name to remember for when you're fighting out there.
Thank you, thank you. So no matter how old I get, it could stay Kid Marvelous, right? You
For
think so?
sure. I agree, bro, for sure.
Thank you. I'm leaving it like that then. You just stamp it in. Boom.
Let's do it. So we got a couple of questions from fans. We posted on our Instagram that we were having you on the show. So a couple of quick questions and then we'll let you go. The first one, what is your mindset like on fight day?
A mindset on fight day. Just to be the best in the world, to be champ, and to know that I could beat anybody with a great mindset, and because I put all the work into it, and a lot of it is my dad always just helping me. My dad could like read my mind, and I open up to my dad about things I don't open up to about everybody, and he's able to, instead of taking it and being like, "What the fuck," he'll take it and be like, "Okay, blah blah blah. We've done all this. Why are you thinking like that? Turn it around." He's just always molding me, helping me, and helped me along the way, and making me a real animal. So my dad does everything for me for real.
Has he had any fighting experience on his own?
Yeah,
Martial arts experience?
he used to box. And then he had like a few smokers, but then he got a black eye, and my grandma saw it, his mom, and she was like, "Nah, you're done. You can't do this no more."
Hey, so at
So
least he can relate. He knows what it's like to be in the trenches.
yep, that's why when I said I wanted to do it, he's like, "This is a calling. Like, let him do it." And my dad also he tried to chase his dreams too. He wanted, after the boxing didn't work out, he tried to be like an actor, and that didn't fall through for him, and he ended up just being a cop. Like, he was happy he was able to be a cop, but ultimately he wanted to chase his dreams, and that's where the connection comes from too. And he tells me like, you have the chance to chase your dreams, and you don't want to lose that. So he always makes sure I'm right up here.
Like I said earlier, great support system, and shout out to our boys in blue protecting us every day out there.
Yeah.
The next question we have, are there any plans to fight in the UFC someday?
Yeah, they are, man. I've always wanted to be in the UFC, but I was lucky enough to have a good manager, and he had connections with Bellator. So I got a fight in Bellator. I did good, and then I got another fight in Bellator. And they said they wanted to sign me, or they said that they're interested in me. Um, and I was like, all right. This is the thing, like UFC. There's like so many people are trying to be in the UFC, and they're just kind of like just throwing their fighters around. I feel like you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. There's people in there one day, they're out the roster the next day. There's a lot
Yeah,
of changing up
they
there.
don't give a crap. They're like, all right, everybody wants to be in the UFC, but this guy, he's not good. Throw him away. This guy. The thing with Bellator, I feel like they care more about their fighters. They treat them good, and they try to give them a good name. And yeah, so I'm staying with Bellator for now, but never know what the future holds.
Are you on a fight to fight basis with Bellator now, or do you have a multi-year contract locked in with them?
I gotta stay quiet about that right now.
All right, no problem. We got you. All right, so the last question we have, what would you say is the best part of your game plan? Best of luck from Australia.
Oh, I love Australia. I went out there with Al when he fought out there. Beautiful.
I want to go there someday. It's gorgeous country.
Yeah, it is, bro. You gotta go out there. But I'm sorry, what was the question again? My bad.
What would you say is the best part of your game plan? Of your game, sorry.
Best part of my game is my boxing.
All right, like I said, those body punches you were landing in the fight, they sink into those ribs, man. They look like they have some serious power. I wouldn't want to be on the other end of that.
Thank you, bro.
All right, Justin. So it was a pleasure to have you on. Is there anything you'd like to share with our audience before we wrap it up?
To all the people watching, if you're fans of me, I appreciate you, and just keep the love coming, because I plan to just make this ride exciting as possible, and I appreciate all the love from everybody. So if you're a fan out there, follow me on IG, KIDD_marvelous, or you can just type in Justin Montalvo and you'll see Kid Marvelous. Follow me on IG, and I love you all. That support. Thank you.
There you go, guys. There he is. Tune in. It was a pleasure to be ringside for an amazing fight. Can't wait to be there for the next one. And best of luck in your future, bro. Can't wait to have you back on.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good one.